Alright, today I'm going to be making some bee candy. Have some powdered sugar here. It does contain cornstarch, but it shouldn't hurt them. Some honey. And I'm going to mix it together to make a kind of a fondant-like substance. Now I learned how to do this on YouTube. They're using corn syrup instead of honey. But I figured if you got honey, why not? Let's set this camera here if I can. Okay, I think I finally got the camera set up. Let's hope it stays there. So I'm going to put in my sugar first. A little bit there. And then drain in the honey. It could take a while. Might have to cut this bit out. Alright, well this is draining. I'm going to go find a fork. How about a spoon? There, now I can just pull the honey out. Okay. Get it all covered with that sugar so it doesn't stick to the bowl. Doesn't look like very much honey in there, but it'll take all that sugar up. And I'm just going to keep mixing and apparently getting it all over the place. Go ahead and get my hands in there so I can knead it. It's going to make stopping the camera a little difficult, but the camera's already pretty sticky. So I'm going to continue kneading this. I'll probably cut the next few minutes out because it'll probably make for a boring video. Oh yeah, see that? Starting to come together into a kind of a stringy mass. Alright, I just about got all the powdered sugar and honey mixed together. It's I mixed that together pretty good portions on the first try. I must have done this before, huh? Let's see. Now I can roll it up and it doesn't actually stick to my fingers very much. Looks like it needs a little bit more powder. Might could get that from the side of the bowl here. Alright, it's definitely going to need a little bit more powdered sugar. The more you knead it, the more you find out how sticky it is. Get as much of that in there as I can. Just spilt some. Continue folding this in. Let's get the rest of this honey out of this cup if I can. May as well not waste honey. Keep folding it in. That honey will mix with quite a lot of sugar. Alright, I continued adding sugar and mixing until it's pliable and plastic, like Play-Doh, but not sticky. You can just touch it and it doesn't stick to me. You wind up with something that looks a lot like fondant. Stretchy and will be just perfect to to rip off a piece and stuff into the queen cage. And the bees will eat through this pretty quick. You can of course make the size of the ball bigger or smaller depending on the amount of time you want. I think for the packaged bees, I'm just going to take a piece of this, flatten it out, and then stick it over the hole. And they'll eat through that in maybe a couple hours. With the packaged bees, you don't really have to have very much of a delay. They've already spent a lot of time with the queen. Just be sure to take the cork plug out. Usually they've got a cork plug in there. So yeah, I'll have this, stick it on the end after I've taken the cork plug out. Just keep the queen in there long enough for me to get her inside the hive and for the bees to quiet down and get adjusted to their new home. Sometimes I'll just release the queen directly into the hive and forgo this bit, but I find this is kind of convenient. I don't have to worry about hurting her. Alright. A lot of people I know use marshmallows. They'll just stuff a marshmallow in there. I don't really like marshmallows for two reasons. One, I have no idea what they're made out of. And two, you know, you've kind of got a one shot with it. It's only one amount of time. The marshmallow, if you want them to take longer to eat through it or a shorter time to eat through it, you're not going to have that because the marshmallows all come in the same size. I guess you could cut the marshmallow down to a smaller size, but then you got the problem of it not fitting in the hole as well. Besides, this is pretty easy to make, and I'll be able to use this to feed the bees. I mean, camera just fell. Alright, I'll be able to use this to feed the bees. Also, I'll be able to just put this inside of the hive with them, and they'll eat it as an extra food source. I mean, I'm probably only going to use about this much for all 4 boxes of bees that I've got coming, which I got coming on this Saturday. Should be a busy day for me. Hopefully I can video most of it. Alright, I think I'm done here. I'm not sure where I'll put this video, whether I make this into an episode or not. Yeah, I'll just take this and put it inside of a plastic bag along with a little bit of powdered sugar so it doesn't stick to the side of the bag, and mainly so it just doesn't dry out. It will dry out over time. That's why I'm making it only a day in advance. Alright, I'm going to call that done. Let's try to turn my camera off.